Hello and welcome back to my channel. Glory to Jesus, honor to Mary and Joseph. Halloween is not a pagan religious event, but a Christian celebration almost 1,300 years old. The Triduum of All Hallowtide begins on Halloween on October 31st and concludes with All Souls Day on November 2nd. All Saints Day is on November 1st. Father Chris Allah shares the holiday's historic Catholic roots. He answers the question, should we celebrate Halloween? According to Father Chris, Catholics should celebrate Halloween as part of All Hallowtide. However, he notes that this does not mean Catholics should celebrate in a completely secular way. It's beautiful and it's a time in the liturgical year, therefore dedicated to remembering all the dead, which is biblical and has been done by Christians since the 1st century. Father Chris Allah notes, although yes, sadly, it has been in a way hijacked by pagans and Satanists, it is not a pagan religious event, but a Christian celebration almost 1,300 years old. He also explains that while Halloween can be evil, it was never intended to be that way. This is a result of what some would consider to be anti-Catholicism. You know, in England, after the Reformation, All Saints' Day and its vigil, Halloween, were banned. It was claimed that the Catholic doctrine of purgatory is a modified form of Babylonian worship of the dead. He says that at the time, Protestants began celebrating Reformation Day on October 31st because it was the day Martin Luther possibly nailed his 95 Theses on the door of All Saints Church in Wittenberg. Father Chris says that when Halloween came back to mainstream society in the early 20th century, the Catholic origins were downplayed, if not altogether forgotten. On All Saints Vigil, Halloween were mocked evil. That's one of the reasons we dress up like that, because as Christians, we know that evil has no real power over us, only the power we give it. He concluded with some practical ideas on how to celebrate All Hallowtide as a Catholic. Tell your kids some saint stories that day, not just ghost stories. As long as we keep it all in an innocent way to remember the dead and pray for them. Like having a saint costume party rather than dressing up in evil or doing evil, we will be okay. Now, remember though, focus on the saints or respectful people from society, not the occult. You've listened to the priest's advice. So, on the Saints' Day, that is tomorrow, 1st of November, tell your kids some saint stories so that they too will emulate all the saints' life, the life they lived, and become saints likewise. Then also keep innocent, just remember the dead and pray for them. Then again, wear saint costume instead of the evil one. So we should be able to replace the Catholics and even Christians at large should be able to replace the evil of the Halloween to saints, remembering the saints who have died, who have lived a righteous life here on earth, so that we will learn to replace evil with good. Pray for the intercession of the saints, pray for them, ask them to pray for you, and again dress up as your favorite saint. Then share themed food and treats. Another thing we can do tomorrow, come up with playful activities about the saints. Then decorate our home altars and pray as a family. With this, we'll be able to counter the evil side of the Halloween, because that day is All Hallows Day. All Hallows means All Saints Day, not the other way around, wearing mask, showing evil. No, we should pray to the saints. We are remembering the saints, both the ones we know and the ones we do not know. So we thank the Reverend Father for his advice, and let us also ensure that we adhere to this. Thank you very much for watching.